Hi, good morning, everybody. It's a real pleasure to be here with you in this General Assembly. It's been the second time I come to this event, and it's good to see again friends and colleagues around. So, as you know, 1 year ago, the IPCC published the latest report, the sixth assessment report, and that was, this is a very influential piece of work with wide impact in media, in science. So this time, together with the standard products, the summary for policymakers and the technical summary, all the chapters, 13 chapters this time, with the innovation that the regional climate change has a place now in the report. There are 3 chapters devoted to regional climate change. Well, together with the standard products, this time the report includes an interactive digital product, which is the Interactive Atlas. This is a new tool which provides users with limited, flexible spatial and temporal analysis of climate change projections and trends of the historical periods. So it was a real challenge to develop such an interactive digital product because the IPCC review procedure is very tough. So all pieces of information has to go for review, and it's really challenging to review an interactive product with the software and a huge flexibility that makes it very difficult to check every single detail that can be viewed or can be assessed with the Interactive Atlas. So it was a very nice experience, a very nice work over almost 3 years. So we were very happy that at the end, the Atlas was very well received by the community, was widely used in the first month. There were over 500,000 of unique users of the product. And now, it's 1 year after that, of continuous operations. We have stable conditions of around 1,000 users per week. They stay over 10 minutes on average on the tool. And the tool is still responsive. Every single product is displayed in less than 2 seconds. So that's a key aspect of the Interactive Atlas. So it is good to see that after all that work, the tool is consolidated, and I think it will have a way into AR7, different team, I guess. But well, the Interactive Atlas is not very ambitious. It just allows to check information for a few number of variables, from atmospheric temperature, precipitation, snowfall, wind, to oceanic sea surface temperature, sea ice, pH, and also some derived indexes, like the standard annual maximum temperatures, heavy precipitation, consecutive dry days, and so on. So there are a number, 25, around 25. And all those variables were chosen to support the assessment done in the report. So this is key. So what the Interactive Atlas is not a climate service, it's a tool supporting the assessment report. And this is where C3S plays a nice role, because C3S has a different scope, it's climate services. So the idea was to extend the work done in the Interactive Atlas into C3S, the climate service, in order to have an evolution of the tool and have wider flexibility. So we have some products prepared for the future. So some of the products are bias adjusted, but they follow the methodology in Chapter 10, actually coordinated by Paco, where precise methodologies, assessment of methodologies is done. So everything done in the Interactive Atlas is supported by the assessment. So we don't go freely doing fancy things. So this is an example. So you can display, this is precipitation for 2 degrees global warming level relative to a particular baseline. This is like a pre-industrial proxy, 1850 to 1900. And it also displays uncertainty. In this case, a simple uncertainty is model agreement. So this interactive atlas allows you to select, to change all of those elements, so you can check different seasons, different baselines, and different periods, either global warming levels or near, mid, and long-term periods across different scenarios in the future for different lines of evidence. So all that is connected to the assessment material in the chapters. And a nice feature is that the interactive atlas includes rich metadata. So for every single product, you can click on the metadata button on the right-hand side and get the workflow with the different elements which constitute sorry, my mic is coming down. Logistics. No, it's okay, I think. So the user can check how this single product was computed, starting from the data. Starting from the data sets, so historical and future scenario, all the processing, the collocation, transformation, computing the climatology, up down to the particular graphical product. So by clicking in each of those elements, the user can check all aspects related to the models used, the resolution, whatever, the particular location of the data, and even the single ESEF versions, so the versions of the data set used. And this for the data set, but also for the graphical product, the particular figure. So you can get all the information. For instance, the layers include model agreement. A model agreement in this case is the simple approach, which is basically based on 80% of models agreeing on the sign of the climate change of the multimodal mean. So all the information and even the auxiliary data sets are available from the tool, but they are also available in machine-readable formats that you can process offline, so you can download all that information. And that was key for the process, because this is a way to have credibility on the products. So if you have traceability and transparency, you are half the way to the review, to the open review process that the IPCC requires. So the same as you can analyze global information can be done for regional information. So for particular regions, predefined regions, in particular, we updated the IPCC reference regions that you may have used sometime. So there is like double in number. So for instance, for the Mediterranean, you can check the regional information. This is the regional average. And there are a number of tools that you can use to deep into details. So standard time series of all the ensemble, but also more innovative tools like the climate stripes. So you have months in rows, and you can see here the clear drying signal for summer in the Mediterranean. And also more innovative tools which came out from the process, from the assessment process. So this is a global warming level plot in which basically you can check how the regional climate change signal for a particular index, in this case precipitation, change according to global warming level. So here you can detach the global warming from the regional signal and analyze both components independently and see whether there is a scaling that allows you to check or to analyze climate change using this climate dimension, the global warming level, because there is a relationship. So the tool, all the elements that are included in the tool are based on all the work done in the chapters. So it's not a tool done independently by a team of people. It's the legacy for the whole working group, one group team. And all the elements here reflect deep thoughts of how climate change at the regional level, in this case, could be better analyzed and assessed. So together with this, with the tool and the user part, what you can see, there are a lot of work done in the implementation of FAIR principles, transparency and reproducibility. So the Atlas was a pilot study that IPCC took to implement FAIR principles for the first time. So there is a report on the work done that you can access here, but there's a repository with the information, the auxiliary information, some aggregated data sets, notebooks explaining how different things were computed for the interactive atlas, for instance, bias adjustment, so you can reproduce partially some of the results. And all that is frozen. As all other IPCC products, the information is frozen until the next cycle. And this is the point of having an extension in the C3S. So the idea is that we are running a contract from 22 to 25 for the next 3 years, where we will develop an evolution of the IPCC Interactive Atlas into the C3S Interactive Climate Atlas, with the idea of including new and updated data sets, basically building on the CDS, archiving the data sets so they can be used for reproducibility, and practitioners can have that information to develop their own products, and implementing new functionalities of the tool. This is also a way to explore potential C3S contributions to the next IPCC cycle. So this is the final slide. So the idea is to use all C3S infrastructure, archiving, the cloud computing infrastructure, but also the toolbox, the new toolbox, Python tools for users, to develop products focusing on a wide range of users, from media, teaching, stakeholders and policymakers, but also practitioners and the IPCC community in general. This will go in 2 steps: developing data sets, and then implementing ready-to-use products in the Interactive Climate Atlas. So the C3S will provide both the data sets and the ready-to-use products in the Interactive Atlas. And the idea is that the data set will go back to the CDS, and the developed tools in Python, whatever, will go to the toolbox. So at the end, the users can use either the data, download the data, check ready-to-use products in the Interactive Atlas with flexibility but limited visualizations, or could use the toolbox to, in particular for practitioners, to develop their own code, pieces of code, and develop their own products for their particular needs. And all that will build on the FAIR principles developed also starting in the IPCC, with notebooks documenting things and allowing to expand products in particular directions. So we will link to the training section, and we'll check how to contribute. And that would be ready in 2 phases. So in 23, there will be a first version of the Interactive Atlas, and then mid-24 and 25 would be the final. I think that's all. He's coming to the front. So my time is gone. Thank you very much, and see you around.
It's never a good sign if you're referred to as he is coming. Jose, in the interest of time, we'll take your questions to the panel, if that's all right.